Toxic things can be quite addictive. Welcome! My name is Pedro Porto, and I have been working in HR for the past 10 years. Now I have created this channel to help bring your work, your career, your team to the very next level. This week's video was also a suggestion of a subscriber, so make sure to join up, subscribe, hit the bell button, and send me a message with which topic you would like me to do a video next. Toxic environments are widespread across the business world, and they can exist in all levels of the organization, from senior management to the front lines. It can exist encompassing the entire company, but it can also exist in small pockets across the organization. Since they are so widespread, since it's such a common phenomenon, one must think, why do they exist in the first place, right? And the answer is actually quite simple. It's because of money, like everything. Organizations have figured out that people that are engaged, motivated, happy will be more productive. However, there is a balance in that, in how much money each company will invest in their employees in order to make them happy. Don't take me wrongly, there are a lot of organizations that take it seriously to have an excellent workplace. But don't be naive. The reason for that is, of course, monetary reasons. A good work environment means that the organization will have a lot less cost recruiting people, with turnover, with sick leaves, and of course, it will have a higher productivity. Just don't be naive thinking the company is your friend. Companies are nobody's friends. Companies are amoral. They don't exist on the same level of individuals like you and me. In a toxic environment, it will be very tempting to delegate people to good roles and bad roles. People that are good, people that are bad, and that goes for managers, for peers, for subordinates. But consider this, everyone is the protagonist of their own story. So even a toxic colleague, manager, or subordinate very much feels from their own perspective they are in the right. Beyond being a matter of different perspectives, you also need to understand that it is also a matter of emotional intelligence. It is about being self-aware that you realize how your own behavior impacts those around you. And companies are notoriously bad of hiring and developing this type of skill inside the organization, which makes perfect sense. From their perspective, you need more measurable skills. Somebody is hired because they have a particular set of knowledges, because they can deliver particular results. It's very rare to see inside the organization that emotional intelligence appears either as a recruitment requirement or even inside the talent pipeline. As we have discussed last week, people and organizations are creators of habits, of routine. And that's why it's so hard to change a toxic environment. Of course, you cannot wait for the company to move, right? You cannot just wait and hope that change will come. You need to have a plan to survive the toxic environment. There are two major things that are very, very important for you to succeed on this one. And the first one is to separate work and personal life. Now that we are all working remotely, work has invaded our home. Our desks, our living rooms became office places, which is not ideal because if you are suffering through a toxic environment at work, it means that it will infiltrate your home life and that will start digging at your energy, your emotional health. And that's a very, very bad place to be because it becomes a spiral. It becomes this bad place that you don't have energy to do anything when you arrive at home. And because work is home, you're just going back and back again to the same place. Not ideal at all. The second advice that I give you, my friend, is to have an escape plan. Yes, eventually the organization will change. Eventually that manager will leave, that colleague will not annoy you anymore, that subordinate will get a promotion or find something better to do. Yes, but do you really have the time to wait for that? Do you really want to bet your horse on a race that you don't know when it's going to end? There are a lot of organizations out there. So believe in yourself, believe that life can be better, that you don't need to suffer on a toxic environment, and you'll find it. If you need a guide on how to get started in having the correct mindset to start job seeking, just click on the link above. That's what I have for today. Thank you, and I'll see you next week. Pedro out.